Alright guys, so next I have a setup checking all my front speakers first on my 98 Eclipse. Checking the speakers before I buy new speakers or buy new Bluetooth players to install into my cars. And what I want to do is test my speaker first before I buy it. That's a smart move for anyone. Like I say, the first thing you should do is unplug the, uh, just take out the, unplug the negative battery wires, which I've done it. So there's no power going on whatsoever in the car. That way I can open you know, my car's door whenever I want to, and while I'm testing my speakers. So right now the speaker on the side of the door doesn't have power, okay? So but you can still test it. By testing that speaker is by installing, hooking up the positive and negative wire to the back of the speaker, and the end of the other wire to one of your radio stereo players, which I'm using right now. What I'm using right now is a docking station. Um, it's a micro component system, so this sharp player um, will will play MP3 files, CD, tuner, radio, and audio in, and iPod. Okay, so this stereo system was built for iPhone and iPod. Yeah. Um, and you can play CD. It has a CD changer and radio or aux in. And recently, I'm using the audio in, where I'm in audio in right now, and it comes with the audio in uh, 3.5 millimeter wire. You see that? And I'm hooking to the any Android headphones or MP3 player. If you have one, hook it up with your aux in onto your stereos. Like if you have a shop like this or anything that has an aux in, just plug that in with your phone so you can play your MP3 music. Um, or if you have a smartphone that has Bluetooth, you can do it that way too, just to test your music through the speaker. So what I'm doing right now, I'm testing the speakers by turning on one of the music. I just download one of the MP3 file into this Android phone that I have there, and try to play that file, that song, um, and testing the song with the speaker here I'm hooking up to. Now you notice, guys, these speakers are extreme speaker from my 99 convertible Eclipse. See that? So right now I've just tested the two speaker and it went well, and I'm gonna test it to let you guys hear it too, okay? And then I'll test. I'm gonna I'm gonna hook this wire speaker. I'm gonna uninstall one of the speaker wire out. Take one of the wire out and install this wire for this speaker and test this speaker, okay? So first I'm gonna test this two speaker. Then I'm gonna install one of the speaker out, and then I'll test that speaker playing with that speaker. Okay, so you can only test two speakers at a time with this stereo. With a small stereo like this, you can only test two speakers at a time. Okay, and make sure it's 4 ohms. If your stereos run, if it's asked for, the speaker asks for 4 ohms, you should use just a 4 ohms, okay? 4 ohm speakers, okay? Or else it will burn and explode your speaker. If you have like 6 ohm or 8 ohms, it might not work too, because this system only take 4 ohms. And if you install like an 8 ohm speaker to try to get it to work, it will not work, okay? It will be really low. And if you have like a stereo that's require you to have 6 or 8 ohm, and you install a 4 ohm speaker, it will blow that speaker away. Okay, so make sure the ohms is the ohm on the speaker, is at least compatible and it's right with your stereo that you're trying to test the speaker with. Okay, so I'm gonna test this to extreme first, and then I'm gonna disconnect one speaker and test that Sony Explorer. Okay, that's a Sony Explorer. I have two of it. I find out I have two of it on both of my 98 Eclipse door, There's one installed on the passenger side here, and another one on the driver's side, which I have already taken out and look at it. It's the same thing. But I might not do a video testing on that side. I'm gonna test it by myself because I'm pretty sure it works too. But it's just that side, the speaker, it's kind of ripped right here. So probably that speaker is not gonna work. I'm not sure. It probably work, but it's just not gonna be good as this side. Because this side I already checked, it's good. It's working like a charm, you know. Cause nothing damaged, you know. The other side is damaged by the cone. It was off and stuff like that, and it was tearing off. The cone was off, so the other side might not work. The other speaker on the other side, my driver's side, is probably not gonna work well better than this side. Okay. So right now I'm gonna test these two extreme speaker first. Let you guys hear it. That way you know how to test a speaker. Because I wasn't sure any of my speaker on my Eclipse was working, you know. That's why I had this only way to test it out by having at home. I have these stereos that runs 4 ohm speaker, so you know I got lucky to have one of it. I guess you can use any other stereos to test a 4 ohm speaker, but just make sure you don't want to blow the speaker up. Have it real low. Have the volume set real low first, and then hook it up, and just rise the volume little by little. That way, that system won't blow up your 4 ohm speakers. You know, because if you have a bigger system, you know, this small system, it's best for me to test these car speakers, okay? Because 4 ohms. So anyway, back to testing the speaker. So I am already hooked it up by this, okay? You gotta know how to hook it up too. I've done this many times, so okay. So you see that let me sharpen it up. Yeah, there you go. You see on the right side, that's the negative. And I have the negative Y. The negative Y, she always has a white stripe. You see a white stripe on a negative Y? That's considered a negative Y, okay? That's how we tell if it's a negative Y or not. So you see the right side? I connect the black Y on the right side. And you see you see the difference is the right side is positive, and it always have a bigger cone. It's always have a bigger platinum. You see that? And the negative always have a smaller platinum. You see that? Uh, Platinum or copper, whatever you call it. You know, it's this piece right here. It's that white platinum piece, uh, chrome piece. So the positive always has a bigger piece than the negative. That's how you tell if it's a negative or positive. So with a negative wire, which have a white stripe, you just connect it, wrap it around. You see that? All you gotta do is just wrap the negative wire. Make sure you use a scissor or a wire cutter to cut it out where you have a longer copper wire sticking out. Then you use that copper. Let me reel this in. Then you use the copper wire. You tie around it. You know, there's a hole. You're gonna put through the hole on that platinum and just tie around it so it'll tighten up around that area so it'll have electricity. Okay, electrical. Yeah. Same thing with the positive, you know, just have it through the hole on you see the copper, how I had it, tie it around that, okay? So you don't need to use any tape or anything like that. Just for temporary testing, you don't need tape, okay? But they will solder it. People will solder it, like they will use a uh, a welding kit and they'll solder it. They say the solid word. But like this speaker right here, they soldered it, so I couldn't really take it out yet, you know, because the speaker wire inside is already solid to the speaker. But I will able to bend it down a little bit so you can see it. But I'll cut that part and let you see it later. So just connect negative Y to negative and positive to positive. See, and the same thing over here at the stereo. This speaker wire right here, find out what's the negative. So the negative has a white stripe. You just install and plug into a negative. See that? Let me get a better view right here for you. It's kind of narrow right here, but see that? Where is it? That's negative. Negative is black. Positive is red, right? So positive over here is red. That's positive, that's red. That's negative, that's black. And that's negative, black. So let's see. You say right and left. Right. You see that? Right and left. Okay, I might have it connected wrong for you guys to see. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I got it connect wrong. So this side is right. So the right speaker will be the negative for the right speaker and the positive for the right speaker. So these two speaker, this speaker wire right here. Okay, I'm gonna take out this speaker wire because it was installed wrong. Okay, apologize for that, guys. So, all right, this wire right here I have is for this speaker. And the same thing, how I tell the positive and negative, the positive will have a gold looking copper wire. You see that? Let me zoom this in. It will have a gold looking wire. Where is it? Let me zoom this in like this. Come on. Why is it not focusing? Okay, anyway, this is gold looking, copper looking color, and this is white, platinum. The platinum, I hooked it negative, okay? See the small is platinum. And the gold is positive. Just remember that. I had hooked up negative to white platinum and gold copper to a positive, okay? Same thing. I'm gonna use to connect to the stereo is my platinum is negative. So it's gonna be installed into the negative. Let me take these out too, because this is already installed wrong. Okay. That speaker installed, like I had it wrong at the first. So anyway, back to what I was saying is install the white platinum, which is negative, to a negative. See that? To the either the left or the right speaker, don't matter. I'm gonna install to the left first because it's in the left side. This speaker is in the left side. I'm doing one hand, guys, so it's kind of hard. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut it.